$35 for a premium looking TKL. Not that bad at all. I'm Rayo Gion and welcome to the channel. I don't know why, but for me, white is associated with premium. Like, this keyboard looks so much more expensive than the price you paid for. It's only when you take a closer look that's when you begin to notice a few things. The font is that gamer bold font that reminds me of the newer Corsair keyboards. It says WASD on the arrow keys, and the WASD keys have arrow symbols. For me, it's a turn off in terms of the looks, but I can understand why they did that. The layout is standard, so you're gonna have an easier time finding replacement keycaps, assuming that you would do something like that. I mean, the keycaps themselves are probably gonna cost as much, if not more, than the price of the keyboard. The keyboard actually looks pretty busy with the secondary icons on the lot of the arrow keys. There's a cool touch if they made it glow as well, but I guess it could be asking a little bit too much for the price. One of the things that surprised me is that the TKL is actually cheaper of the two. To be honest, that kind of makes sense, but the market would say otherwise. The design is a mix between this enclosed design and the floating key designs. On the one hand, you have the frame that wraps around the entire keyboard. On the other hand, the middle section, it's open. Then there's the red dragon logo on the top of the arrow keys, which may annoy some people, myself included, but I feel like you can either repaint this piece or remove it completely. This keyboard uses Outemu blue switch, which is a clone switch, and I'm beginning to really like this switch the more I use it. During the box opening, I thought it was kale by the switch design. The light is on the PCB, which is nice because it means you're not pressing against the light, at least in theory. I believe these are swappable from the looks of it. If one switch goes bad, you can just replace it with another one. Since it's a clone switch in terms of longevity and reliability, it's a toss-up. But to be honest, even cherry switches have problems, so nobody's perfect. This keyboard rocks the cherry stabilizers, which is awesome because it's much easier to replace than those Co-Star stabilizers, especially with the longer keycaps. I hate having to deal with those metal wires and those little plastic pieces. I would be happy to sacrifice the extra crispiness feeling in order to have an easier time replacing those keycaps. Now, some may disagree, and there's always a comment section down below. Now, I know this is ABS double shot, but in my mind, I keep thinking it's PBT because back in the old days when I used to have a set of white double shot translucent PBT caps, also the Corsair K70 SE also have white PBT caps, so when I see white caps, I immediately associate it with PBT. But this is not PBT, but it is still nice because it's double shot ABS, and seriously guys, for $35, this is a good deal. I wish more mainstream manufacturers would do this on their premium keyboards. The flip-up feet does have rubber on them, so it's a nice touch for the price. This means your keyboard will be planted at both angles. Besides this, the back is simple, which makes sense. The cable is rubber, but you do get cable management Velcro, which is again very nice touch for the price. The USB tip is gold. Now talk about value. I really do enjoy typing on this keyboard. In fact, there are times when I choose to type on this keyboard over my K70. I really like typing on this keyboard, but I would not say it's love at first type because there will be times when I do get tired of typing on this keyboard. So it's like a third tier in my typing ranking system, which I do plan on making a video for in the future. Or I actually made a video about this before, and it really just depends on how I upload my videos. Anyways, enough talk. Here's what the keyboard sounds like. Okay, here's the thing. For $35, this is a great deal if you don't care for the numpad. You get a keyboard that's not 7 colors, looks more expensive than it actually costs. I feel like this is a winner in my book because you are getting a lot of value for the money. The downsides are things that someone would just nitpick about, so it's really not all that bad. Guys, white double shot ABS for $35. Sometimes the keycaps alone would cost that much. But here you're getting the entire keyboard. That is mechanical, by the way. I think this is offering some serious value if you're on a budget. If you don't care for numpad and you want a mechanical keyboard, this is the one for you, or this should be in your shortlist. If you hate gaming keyboards, then turn off the lights, remove the logo, replace the caps, but that's going to cost you more money, so you might just want to skip this one. If you guys want to buy this keyboard and support me at the same time with no extra cost to you, I'm going to link the keyboard down below. Anyways, if you made it this far into the video and you haven't subscribed yet, click on the subscribe button and ring that bell to become part of the mighty notification squad. As always, you guys stay awesome.